So let's talk about vertified tiles.
No, it's vitrified.
It's vertified, dude.
It's vitrified.
Let me check. Oh, it's vitrified tiles. Okay. So let's talk about vitrified tiles. Now, whenever you go in the market and you ask for alternatives to marble and granite, one of the most common options which will be suggested is vitrified tiles. Your contractors will tell you this, your architects will tell you this, your interior designers will tell you this. Today, I wanted to talk about pros and cons of vitrified tiles and whom it is recommended for. So let's get into the video. So let's start with the most important advantage of vitrified tiles. Vitrified tiles are extremely scratch resistant. They have a Mohs score of 5 to 6, which is as good as glass, and it just doesn't scratch that easily compared to marble or even wooden flooring. And another advantage is it is extremely durable. What do I mean by this? It is stain proof, it's completely non-porous, and you will not at all be able to damage it if you pour some sort of ink or something like that on the floor. Now, vitrified tiles are also artificially manufactured. So what do I mean by this? Marbles and granite are typically cut from natural stone. Because of this, you can't control a lot of parameters, meaning you can't control the shape and size perfectly. But because vitrified tiles are made in factories, you can get the exact size, shape, dimensions, and two vitrified tiles will be completely alike, which is not true for other naturally occurring flooring options. Now, because vitrified tiles is artificially manufactured, you can get any design you want in vitrified tiles. In fact, say you want a custom flooring for you, your own design, you can actually get it manufactured given that you have sufficient order quantity. So the designs are digital, any design can be made, something which doesn't exist or something which is an exact copy of something is definitely possible. Now, compared to marble or granite, which requires a lot of preparation pre and post. Post meaning after you install the marble and granite on the floor, you have to do polishing, you have to do a lot of other things. Vitrified tiles are very easy to install. Within 48 hours, you can get an experienced vitrified tile installer. He'll come, he'll fix, and within 2 days, 48 hours, your job's done. You don't have to do any post processing, you don't have to add any polish, you don't have to do any buffing, nothing like that. And finally, one of the most important parameters to consider when you're choosing vitrified tiles, it's very economical. What do I mean by this? Starting from just 30 rupees per square feet all the way up till 350 rupees per square feet, you can get various tile options which are durable, scratch resistant for fairly low cost when you compare to marble or granite, which sometimes go up to thousands of rupees per square feet. So it's actually a very economic option, and it's generally preferred for very large commercial projects because of this reason. So now let's get into some of the disadvantages of vitrified tiles. The installation of vitrified tiles has to be done by someone who's an expert. The reason is if you don't get it done from someone who's an expert or someone who has a lot of experience, there's chances that it's unstable and this may lead to cracks later on, especially when you're walking on it on a day-to-day basis. You cannot get it installed by someone who's just an amateur. The manufacturing of vitrified tiles is not a very eco-friendly process. What do I mean by this? A lot of hazardous gases like carbon dioxide, different sulfur dioxides are produced when vitrified tiles are manufactured. So it's not a great eco-friendly option. Vitrified tiles get quite slippery when it's wet. So you'll have to be careful when you're mopping it, when you're walking on it when it's a bit wet, because compared to other materials, it gets very, very slippery. As I mentioned in one of the advantages that any design can be manufactured in vitrified tiles. The problem with this is your tiles may go out of style very soon because every year new and new designs keep coming up. You don't know if the tile which you have purchased today will be in style a few years later. And finally, compared to marble or granite, vitrified tiles can break when a heavy object is placed on it. They do not have the same amount of weight resistance which a marble or granite has. So you'll have to keep this in mind before deciding to purchase vitrified tiles. So keeping all this in mind, where would I recommend vitrified tiles? In my opinion, you can use vitrified tiles for all sorts of commercial applications, malls, shops. You can use it if you're planning to give your property on rent because maintenance is very easy and say fixing a vitrified tiles is not at all expensive. You can use it in bathrooms because again maintenance is very low, but make sure you ask for anti-skid because it does get slippery. And finally, if you're planning to use vitrified tiles, keep this in mind. It won't last you more than 10-15 years, unlike marble or granite, Because say vitrified tile starts fading, unlike marble or granite, you can't polish it. So every 10-15 years, you will have to replace it. So just keep that in mind when you're making the decision. So hope you liked this video and hope you got to learn something about vitrified tiles. We've planned lots of other videos explaining different forms of flooring. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like the video. Don't forget to share this video with someone you know who's considering to make a home or an office. I'm sure it will help them out. And stay tuned for more videos.